Hey, Tony Gaskins here, popping in for another episode of Talks with Tony. I apologize, I didn't get to do a video yesterday. Just, too much life going on. So I sometimes want to shoot multiple of these in one day, but just one video is so draining on my body and just a pull from such a deep emotional place in my mind, in my heart, that I don't have the energy to do another video. So I've been missing days, but living life, doing business, a lot going on, a lot of big tech projects that I'm working on. So it's been a lot going on, and I'm working on something. Is one of my little tech projects, creations. I'm working on something where I could be able to get answers to you faster for the people who want to write in. You know, get answers back to you faster, because these questions that I'm answering here for free on YouTube, this from 3 months ago. So if a person really is leaning on just my insight, some of my insight on their decision, this is not really helping the person who wrote in, because they have long made the decision by the time I get to their email. This is more so helping everybody else learn from their question. And also that person can learn, and if they did the right thing or the wrong thing, they'll learn that, but it could be too little too late. So I'm working on something to where I can be a little more accessible. Of course, there'll be a cost to it, but nothing crazy. And to where I could just, instead of doing a whole hour session with somebody, do things a little differently. So, hey, jumping right on in, this here, I recognize this name. This one of my clients from the islands, anonymous to y'all though, but I know you, sister. Dear Tony, pray you're well. I was on my mentor and you're pretty booked for weeks, so I'm hoping this email will catch your attention for some advice. And now, unfortunately, that's why I say I'm creating what I'm creating, because this email from November 1st. But that's where I'm at, because so many emails came in. Quick backstory. We met while in university, 19 and 20. He's a year older. We're 37 and 38 now. I was a foreign student and he was local to the city the school was in. We dated as students, do which mean junk food, college parties. So I think she meant so. We dated as students, which meant junk food, college parties, and getting on our backs. I found out we'd had a miscarriage. I didn't tell him. I broke it off with him to focus on school after the miscarriage and returned home to my country when I finished university. I've always had feelings for him deeply, and every man I've dated after I've compared to him. Over the years, we've checked in with each other briefly, and it always felt natural. Recently, we started speaking daily once again, and he advised that he's still very much into me and prepared to relocate to my country. He's coming here in January, selling his home, and has even secured a job that starts in January. He said he's tired of me running away and that he's my husband. He wants a family. I want a family. And honestly, if the miscarriage didn't happen, I believe we would have gone through with the pregnancy. We're different races. We love the same things but disagree on other matters, and so the discussions are always interesting. We're both love a great political debate. The weirdest thing is we've had almost all the same experiences apart, from traveling to the same places, attending the same events, living in the same places, similar career paths, but all at different times. He calls it destiny. So Tony, what are your thoughts, if I may impose, on your videos? Soul tie or a real college try now that we're proper adults? Or a real, okay. All right, it's sent from my iPhone 10, so please forgive any typos. I'll forgive you on that now. Like, I got your iPhone though. God bless you. Well, so this one right here, this one is tricky. I'll tell you why. The reason why it's tricky is because y'all old as dirt right now. So I just turned 37. From 19 and 20, you're old head. Hate to tell you, but we old from 19-year-olds. So what you got to realize with that, because now this ain't 27, 28. From 19 to 27, you ain't that old now. From 19 to 37, you're old. So here's my issue with this as a man. When a man meets a woman and he talks to that woman and he spends time with that woman, that man knows if that's his wife. And when a man meets his wife, ain't nothing gonna stop that man from marrying that woman other than God himself. God got to step in and shut it down. That's the only way that man gonna let anything stand between him and that woman. So for this man from the age of 20 years old to the age of 38, 18 years, for him to let 18 years go by without truly chasing you, checking for you, and letting you know immediately, you are my wife, woman. Where are you going? What you trying to do? I'm finna be on you, up under you, all around you. From the age of 21, 22, 23, right after college in, he wouldn't let you break up with him. You had that miscarriage, you didn't tell him about it, so he didn't know nothing about it. But then you cut him off so you could focus on school after you was eating junk food and doing college parties and on your back. Sounds just like an island woman. Gonna have all the fun with the man and then drop the man. Gonna drop the man like a bad habit so you can focus on your school to get back to the island. And now I know you now. I remember your name. And I believe you're a lawyer. You know, she ain't put that in here, but you know, sister could do good for herself now, doing successful. So over there on the island. And so now this what I smell on this right here. I'm just telling you what I smell. Now you grown. Y'all sound like, hey, this March. He moved in January, so y'all already living together. Y'all probably sleeping together. Y'all all kind of sin over there, fornicating. He working over there. So I don't know if that's what you got going on right now, but and I'll tell you, there's one thing you always got to remember. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. That's one thing you got to know. So regardless of what I say, anything is possible, but I'm going to tell you what I smell on this. What I smell on this right here is a 38-year-old man who was bored, feeling kind of lonely, feeling a little unsuccessful, not where he need to be in America. And, you know, not where he need to be in America, not really impressive to himself or to his friends and family of where they thought, the level they thought he would be on. And he want to change the scenery. He want to change the scenery. He want to get away, give all his friends and family his butt to kiss and say, I'm going over here to this island. And then he want to take his American heritage and his American education to the island and come into the island as a foreigner. And you know the Bible said a prophet has no honor in his own country. So a lot of times you do better in another country. When you got an accent to the people, and you say y'all different races. So I don't know if you meant different nationalities or if you meant different races, like different skin colors. Because if y'all different races, then that's even more intriguing. If you meant different nationalities, like he's a black American and you black, you know, whatever island this is, then y'all will be seen as the same race, different nationalities. But if he a different race, like if he white, or something like that, Hispanic, or, you know, something like that, then, or Asian, then that right there, that's even more intriguing. But when he get over there in that island, the island might see him as a prize. They might turn their nose up at them anytime I go to the island. But see, I'm a country black American, so the islands will be. What you need? What do you need? Is that all? Is that all you want? Sir, I don't have an attitude. You're coming into my job. You're coming into my place of work. What do you want? You don't want nothing to get out. I'm like, my goodness, I'm just trying to come over here and bring you some money, bring you some tourism over here to your little island. I'm trying to help you out. I live in America. Okay. Do you want to come over there? Where I'm at? All right then. You want to come over there. You can't get over there right now. So I'm trying to come over here and support you. And you give me all this attitude at the border patrol. I literally be blown away how rude the Jamaicans was when I went over there to Jamaica, Trinidad, Tobago, Bahamas. Rude. I'm like, and I'm a nice person. Hey, how you doing? Here. Fine. What you want? What do you need? Like, my goodness. So it helped me realize, like, man, boy, life must be hard. Like, boy, they stressed, boy, they hate working. And then now the people who live on the island, they'll come up to me and be like, oh, people who follow me online and they in the island, oh, come over here. Everybody's so nice. You're gonna love it, aren't you? Everybody's treating you amazing, aren't you? I remember in South Africa, people asked me that. I was like, no. Everybody I met has been rude, except for the people that's making money with me or from me. Everybody else has been rude. Like they can't stand America. I'm like, listen, bro, why you mad with me? America stole me. I ain't laying on Plymouth Rock landed on me. I was bamboozled. I'm supposed to be over here in the island with you. But they ain't let me stop in the island and live with this nice blue water. They took me on to America. I was out there picking cotton. Now you mad with me? And I was over here picking cotton. Well, I'm like, okay, well, both of us come from the same thing. Why you mad with me? Because I just was on a different boat. They put me on Hail Mary boat, and we kept going. Your boat stopped. So now you hot with me? Anyway, that's just a little side story, but I'm just saying it to the islanders, like, y'all talk to y'all countrymen, countrywomen and say, listen, when the Americans come over here, especially black Americans, you ain't got to be rude and nasty. They ain't did nothing to you. They didn't ask to be in America. If it was up to me, if I get me some citizenship in the island, I'll get me citizenship in the island. I'll be living in the island. If it was up to me. But it ain't up to me. I can't get no citizenship without divorcing my wife and marrying a woman over there. But if I get me some citizenship, if you mess around and know a parliamentarian, dignitary, and you watching this video and your family in the dignitary on one of them islands, and they'll give me citizenship, go ahead and send me an email. Send me an email, support@TonyGaffney.com. Now, I can't marry any of y'all. Now, I can't marry one of you to get no citizenship. But if you know somebody high up and they'll give me some citizenship, man, give me some citizenship. Build me a house over there on the water. Tell America, we living in an island. You hear me? So that's a little side story. Y'all forgive me. I get carried away, but I had to make this engaging and fun for myself to be doing this, answering y'all emails for free. Answering y'all email. So listen to me. What I sense right here as a man, because I'm a man and I'm 37. He was 38 when you wrote this here email. He could be 38, 39 now. But for me as a man, if I was 38 years old and single and available, something ain't going right in my life. Because see, what you got to realize, I'm 37 and I've been married this month, make 14 years of marriage. So if I was 38 and I'm single and I'm able to uproot from America and move to the island, it's a few things going on. It's a few things going on right there. And the question is, why he haven't met a woman that he could, and why he hasn't been able to make a relationship work. Why is he single at 38 in America where it's a plethora of women? It is a plethora of women. And almost any woman you meet can be a wife because women, so many women desire marriage so bad. As you can see from the emails that I'll be reading, most women bend over backwards to make a relationship work with a man, and they getting dogged out. So it's not hard to find a woman and to make a relationship work, especially in America. And other like Ireland might be a smaller pool, everybody know everybody type thing in certain areas, certain townships or whatever, your parishes, whatever it's called. But in America, it is a plethora of women. I'm telling you this as a man who is married. I meet so many single women as a coach, as a service provider, as a professional influencer. It's too many single women. If you ask me, it need to be more marriages. So my question for him as a 38-year-old, he's sniffing the booty of 40. So when you sniffing the booty of 40, things supposed to be together and running smooth for a man in a relationship space, because the man does the choosing. It's the man who get on one knee and propose. I got to go here about 30 minutes, so I probably, this long as this video gonna be about 46 minutes now. So the man get to do the choosing, whereas the woman is being chose. So the woman, on average, now you got some women that they gonna walk up to who they want. You got some women that they believe in shooting a shot. That's the worst thing you could do. It is not smart at all. I'm telling you as a man, it is not smart at all for you as a woman to shoot your shot. But some women feel like, oh, I see a man and I like him, I ain't finna let him get by me. Listen, if you see a man and you like the way he look and you think he look like your husband, guess what? He saw you too. And he is not attracted to you. And that's why he did not approach you. So now you taking your butt up there to approach him, you finna get your feelings hurt. Because it's one or two things. You approaching a man that do not think you cute, or you approaching a man that like men, and now you finna be his cover up. That's it. That is it. That is it. Oh. I approached my husband and we not going on 20 years of marriage. So what you trying to say? Let me meet your husband. I'll tell you. Let me meet your husband. I'll tell you what I'm trying to say. And most likely it's going to be writing you a prescription. Right now, your husband like men. And you was a dream come true 20 years ago. You've been his beard ever since. Been cover up ever since. Thank you. All right, there you go. Or to be your husband was lost and confused, didn't know what he wanted in life anyway, and you come up there with that good job. He saw stable and security, and you've been his security blanket ever since. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: by a real and ready man, he don't want no woman to approach him. He approaching her. So guess what? As a 38-year-old man, I need to hear more of the backstory of, was he married? Did it last for at least 5 years? And then he went through a divorce? If he has not been married, what has he been doing for 38 years? Does he have kids? If he does not have kids, then does he have success to show for it? Is he a surgeon? To where he was in school for 12, 16 years. And he's a surgeon now. Or, even a lawyer, you in school for 7, 8 years at the most probably. So doctor, you could be doing that 12 years of fellowship and all that residency and all this. This could be, several years. Is he a doctor? Now he working in IT. It's IT degrees at DeVry. So it's different levels of IT now. But if he working in IT, he ain't been in school since 18. If he working in IT now, he could have did a 4 year. He could have got a master. Could even get him a doctorate and work in IT. But 5 years, okay, brother. All right, 18, 23, you done with school. So what you been doing for the other from 22, from 23, let's say he finished 25. If he finished 25, 35, 38, that's 13 years. What he been doing in 13 years? Does he have the financial to show what he been doing? That account need to be tight. You hear me? That account need to have a minimum of $100,000 cash in an account. He really, if he's single with no kids, he really need to have $250,000 in an account. It ain't got to be in a checking account. It could be on the market. And honestly, for me to really be at ease, I need to see about $500,000. For single and no kids, I need to see about $500,000 in an account for me to be 10 out of 10 comfortable. Because now I say, boy, you been on your grind. Woo, he got money. Woo, but you been grinding. Now, if you coming over here to this island with $1 in a dream, oh my goodness, I did not know you were coming over here to the island, Brooke. Oh my goodness, let me get my candle. Oh, I got to go. You hear me? I'm taking the candle. I'm taking my candle. I'm taking my stapler. My candle lighter. Let me light my candle real quick. Got to get that pocketbook. Get that pocketbook. Come on now. Hey, I got to go. Now, brother, you coming over here with $10,000 and you been single. You been single since y'all broke up in college. You ain't got no kid. And you coming over here to the island with $10,000 in the account. Well, I got to go. Boy, you lost. Boy, you lost and confused. And see, this the thing about men. Men, we sporadic. We do crazy stuff. We do stuff that don't make no sense. We dreamers. You know, we just go after whatever. And to uproot from America and go be with your college sweetheart on an island, and she doing good on the island. You hear me? So she doing good on the island. So you can come over there and be a power couple. Cause see, I know you from coaching on WhatsApp. Cause we coached on WhatsApp. And I think I coach your sister too. And so I know who you is. Doing good over there on the island. Good family. So y'all dignitary over on the island. Y'all, hey, you get me some citizenship over there. Because y'all know the proletarian, the prime minister, or whatever it's called over there now. So he see that. Oh, he finna be doing Coming to the Island. Like Eddie Murphy them did Coming to America. He over there. Yes, I am American. Do you have a job for me? This man got a job already lined up for him January 2021. Lined up for him. Ready. So he feeling just red carpet rolled out. I'm finna right over there to the island, see if I can get me a job over there. So I can get on up out of here. Cause shoot. Out of man. Get over my island. Get me some of that good food. You hear me? Look at that water. I know it's crime and all that, and people be upset and all that, but I'm finna come over there and just bring things up. I'm finna boost the economy, man. Provide job, create some industries over there. You hear me? Sound good. It sound good. I know it ain't, all that easy. But this man here, he see an opportunity. He see an opportunity. And yes, it could be for love, but see, the reason why it make me think it ain't just love is because if it was love and that's how he felt, he'd have been sniffing you from 22, 23, 24, 25, the same way y'all bump back into each other now. He'd have been, and he say over the years we checked in with each other briefly, and it always felt natural. See, a man, you talking to a man. See, you're a woman. See, as a woman, you would just have them interactions, and like you say, it feel natural, but you ain't salivating from your mouth. You ain't pouncing. That's what a man gonna do. A man is a hunter. A man is a go-getter. So if a man feel like you his wife, the first time he talked to you after that extended break, the first time he talked to you, he finna make it absolutely 100% known. Listen, you are my wife and I want to marry you. So can we be together and make this happen? He not finna let you get away. I let my wife get away the first time because I wanted to see if she was going to conform to my ways and let me do me and let me, just wild out. And I realized she wasn't. And I let her get away. When I bumped back, I didn't chase her out of ego. When I bumped back into her 6 months later, through happenstance, which probably was God organizing some things, I wasn't finna let her get away that time. Because I said, boy, this woman here is a wife. Classy, respectable, self-worth, self-love. Don't be all on her bike with every man she meet. Got goals, ambitions, want to be a doctor. Taking care of herself. Eyebrows arched too thin. Hair slicked back in that ponytail. Washing her face, washing her body. Room clean. I say, oh yeah. Good grades, A's, maybe a B+. Every now and then when I'm taking up too much of her time, this woman on a good path. Oh yeah. Love the Lord, Christian. Oh yeah, this a wife. This a wife. So I was not finna let her get away a second time. So I tried to go ahead and consummate that thing. And that's what I did. So that's why right here, real recognize real, gain recognize gain. You hear me? Pain recognize pain. You hear me? So this right here just don't smell good to me. Now, yeah, okay, it could be love. Yeah, he could have had an epiphany and just all of a sudden you were illuminated in his mind and God showed him that you are the one because y'all was together in college fornicating and God overlooked that and forgave y'all and then showed him this is your wife and then he said, okay, yes, she my wife, Lord. So yeah, let me tell her I want to be with her. This my wife and let me move on to the island. Yes, it could be that right there. That's a possibility. But on the other side of this right here, you got to be very careful. Now, see what the thing is, you say we different races. We love the same things, but disagree on other matters. And so the discussions are always interesting. Listen, you really don't want to be with nobody that is a Republican if you're a Democrat, or as a Democrat if you're a Republican, because what party you with, that's your foundational belief systems. That's your foundational belief system. And if a person have different political views than you finna be having a headache. You hear me? You finna to have a headache. Yeah, it's cute and fun. It's talking about we both love a great political. Yeah, that's cute right now. That's cute right now. Y'all get all the way in with stuff comfortable and complacent. Them debates gonna be painful. You hear me? It's gonna be somebody sleeping on the couch. Y'all ain't gonna be talking for a week over a political debate. Politics, that's foundational. Religion, that's foundational. Financial management, that's foundational. Raising children, that's foundational. So it's certain things that's foundational that needs to be the same for you to build on a solid foundation. It need to be able to build on the solid foundation. Now, if you like shrimp and he like steak, that's not a deal breaker. If you like blue and he like green, if you like vegetables and he like, meat, that's not a deal breaker. If you like roller coasters, he like the movies, that's not a deal breaker. You walk slow, he walk fast, vice versa. That's not a deal breaker. But if you like Trump and he like Biden, that's a deal breaker. You hear what I'm telling you? That is a deal breaker. If you believe in Jesus and he believed that Jesus was not the Son of God, that's a deal breaker. If you believe in give him a little spanking when your kids get out of line, and he believed just letting them act out and do whatever they want to do because that develops their personality, and especially if he happened to be Caucasian and he used to be, F you, Mom! I hate you, Mom! Sick of this. I told you, do not give me jam. I only want nut butter. If you keep putting jam, I am sick and tired. That's how I used to see my white friends do their mama. My goodness. My son got a teammate, Caucasian, be cussing out his mama. I keep about to stop that boy. Every time I see that boy, I be about to stop him and say, listen, boy, your mama taking care of you. Don't you ever in your life cuss at your mama again. But the Lord keeps stopping me saying, Tony, look, man, these people be to call the police on you for threatening that little boy. But I wasn't going to threaten him, but I want to tell him, like, listen, hey, I want to tell you something. Your mom is an amazing mom. And a lot of young men, when I was your age, I would have killed to have a mom that does what your mom does for you. You need to appreciate her. Don't ever raise your voice at her. Don't ever curse at her, and appreciate her, because what you have, although you think it's normal, that is very, very rare for your mom to be the woman she is. That's what I be wanting to tell a young man. And see, just what you got to understand about Bob that you're dealing with. Now, I'm just saying that because you say y'all different races, and I can see your race in your picture. So you just got to make sure y'all got the same foundational beliefs, because depending on where he from in America and depending on what his race is, okay, people that look like you, depending on his race, okay, they could have used to hang him high. All right. So I want you to understand now, people will sleep with somebody of another race and marry them and still be prejudiced. But they just make an exception to the rule for you. But for everybody else, they could be prejudiced toward. So you need to really evaluate this and make sure y'all really on the same page. And he don't secretly despise your race or your culture. And that's why y'all debating, because he trying to win you over and put his mindset onto you. And you calling it a debate, but he calling it conversion. You see what I mean? He calling it proselytizing. He calling it witnessing. You hear me? So you have to really evaluate this and make sure y'all on the same page. So listen, this right here sound like you already in this here situation. I'm gonna tell you like this right here. The first sign you get that something ain't on the up and up, kick them right on out. Kick them right on out your place. Send it, but right on back to America. Right, the dignitary, the parliamentarian, the parliament, or what y'all have over there in the island. Right on. Yes, we got an illegal over here. He over here acting a donkey, and y'all need to deport him. Lit that, put that in the mail, send it right on down there. Get it, but right on up out of there. You hear me? Don't play with it. If he coming over there to that island to be with you, it need to feel like a honeymoon. You hear me? It need to feel amazing. You need to be swooped off your feet. And yeah, y'all gonna have disagreement, because you want rice and pea doubles, and that day he might just want a burger, an island burger. So y'all might have a little disagreement, but that need to be the extent of it. If it go to get controlling, if it get a little rude, nasty, condescending, you mess around here, little rumors that he got a little something for this other lady on the island, got to go. I'll see you later. Get right on back your boat. Get back on your boat. Get back to America. Got to go. Don't play with it. Don't play with it just because you single and you ain't met no man on your level on your island. Don't play. You could come to America and visit for a little while, live over here for 6 months, and meet your man. And then you move on over here to be with him, or he move on over there with you. But it's still opportunity and room for love. You don't have to settle for your college sweetheart that you didn't love enough to stay with them, because a woman at 19 is cognizant of a husband and what a husband is. My wife got pregnant at 19 and married me at 19. So, and she Jamaican, and she was in school to be a doctor. So even though you driven and all of that, you still know what marriage was and what a husband was. And for you to go through something traumatic like you went through with him and then kick him to the curb, you broke it off with him to focus on school after the miscarriage and return home to your country when you finish university. That in itself, in the fiber and the fabric of a woman, you chose university and academics over him. That in itself screams that he's not your husband. Because if he your husband, you would have felt that. And my wife got married and pregnant in her sophomore or junior year and was a biomedical science major because she knew I was her husband. And she finished her bachelor's and her master's as a wife and a mother, instead of kicking me to the curb, because love ultimately will matter more to us than anything in the world. So the fact that you kick him to the curb and you ain't really go checking and chasing him either for almost 20 years, 18 years, you ain't go kicking and screaming looking for him. So now, to me, what this reeks of is boredom, loneliness, desperation, and frustration. And y'all looking like, what you doing? What you doing? I ain't doing much of nothing. Oh, I ain't doing much of nothing. So, do you want to do much of nothing together? Oh, that sounds great. Oh, yeah. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds more like that to me than real love that came back. I'm just telling you, from outside looking in. You on the inside of it now. You on the inside of it, so you know better than me. But you got to evaluate this with an open mind, and you got to be unbiased, and you got to make sure you're not listening to your desperation. Because women start to feel desperation at 28. You're 37. So I know you feel a body clock, and I know you kind of like, will I meet a man? Like, will I get married? Will I have, another child? You ain't say if you got children or not. Like, am I going to be alone? Like, I know them questions start to arise because I get these questions every day. So you have to make sure it's not your desperation or your frustration or loneliness that's making you make an irrational decision to be with a man that you were with 18 years ago and had the wherewithal and the mindset to leave him because you didn't feel strongly enough about the connection. So that's what you got to think on and be real with yourself about. And that's for everybody on here that's dealing with something from the past or ex-boyfriend keep coming back up. You really got to evaluate it with your mind, okay? With your mind, and not a lonely, desperate, or frustrated heart. It is Tony Gasson. God bless you. Make sure you click the link in the description. Get to TonyGassonAcademy.com for the free courses. Also, just this weekend only, for those of you who want to do online courses, everybody could teach something. Even if it's how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, that could be an online course for $5. And you could teach something. And somebody that follow you on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, they want to learn what you know, how to do HR, whatever you do, you could teach that. And whether you sell it for $10 or you sell it for $1,000. But I got a course that will release April 12th. It's pre-order right now. But for this weekend right here only, it's only $9.97. And I'm doing it for my avid supporters who watch the video to this point in the video. That's why I'm telling you right now instead of at the beginning. Because you really rock with me. And I made it so cheap so that you cannot lose. So that even if you never do an online course, you like, hey, I only spent $10. I didn't have to go live in the shelter for that $10. Now, on Monday morning, which will be, I believe, March 15th, Monday morning, that course will then continue the pre-sale at $97. So I want you to understand, this ain't no sales tactic. This ain't no marketing tactic. This is a gift to the people who really support me. I send it to my mailing list first because those people are people who already have a course. But it's some of you who have not taken even the free course on Tony Gasson's Academy. You ain't even hit the subscribe button, like button, nothing. But you watch these videos. So, but because you got to this point, I'm letting you know about this $9.97 online courses 101 course that is available on TonyGassonAcademy.com. So get it. If you watch this video Monday, unfortunately, I cannot roll back the price. Unfortunately, what that mean is watch the videos every day. Check in to see if it's a video every day. Watch the whole video, because one day at this mark right here, I'm gonna be giving away something insane. And the first person that write in at this point or whatever I say will be the winner. And then everybody gonna watch that video of me gifting that person, because I want to reward the people who support me, but then also more so than that, investing in and supporting themselves by feeding their mind, because that need to be the movement. A lot of people don't do that. And so we see rappers and people like that do little stuff, but other people like life coaches and authors could do stuff like that too. And so that's what I'm on. So hey, make sure you get that $9.97 course before Monday, March 15th. And even if you missed the $9.97, yes, that's not what it's worth. The course, what you got to realize is them online courses earn 7 figures, meaning $1 million or more, people in the online course industry. I was just told about a young lady who, she was a school teacher, and she created a course on how to set a budget, because a school teacher got to set a budget now, because they ain't paying school teachers no ridiculous amount of money. School teachers like, man, we need to be paid more, and I agree with that. If I was the president, teachers would be paid 20-30% more than what they paid, but really 50% more than what they paid. But understand this lady was a school teacher. She created a course on how to set a budget, and now she making millions of dollars from an online course. You hear what I'm telling you? And so I want you to understand, whatever you do, whatever you learn, you could teach it to somebody. And even if you're teaching one person at a time. So understand this, if you find it and the course is $97, it's still worth 10 times that, because this is 7-figure, 8-figure industry, okay, with online education, online learning. So don't look at it like, oh, I ain't getting it because I ain't get it for $9.99. I ain't getting it. No, this course here could be, it's probably people out there selling it for $1,500 because they know the return on investment in that industry. So understand that right there. Hey, this Tony Gasson, God bless you. We'll talk soon. What I told you, I'll be done before 46 minutes. I'm 42 minutes, all right?